What's up, Docs Daily? It's Saturday. Trying to get my desk to the right position. As you can see, I do not have it in the right position because I'm a dumbass. So there's that. And I'm not prepared and I'm not ready. And it is what it is. So welcome into Saturday. It doesn't look like we're going to get any Griffin Murphy today. He's having technical difficulties. So bear with us as he figures out. He might pop in, so we don't know yet. He's having some power issues on the laptop, so that's where he's at in chat. That's where he's at today. So Saturday, huh? Welcome. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to unpack. Here's what we're going to do today, Docs Daily. First of all, it's here Monday through Friday. Okay, 1 o'clock Eastern, Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Griffin and I do this college basketball show for you guys every Saturday. We break down every college basketball game you guys want to talk about. Drop in the chat if there's a specific game. I'll tell you what I'm on if I'm on it. And if I'm not, I'm not. You know what I mean? So, hold on. Refreshing all my lines here. What I got, what I don't got. So, one second. Make these. Nick Menken just did a great free pick video on USA Hockey. If you're wondering why there's a bandana or a wristband in my USA shirt, I'm not that tall. I'm not as tall as the banner. There you go. See, you can see my USA shirt. I almost, if Griffin Murphy showed up, I was gonna do the headband today. I was gonna rock the red and white headband for some Olympic hockey, but now I just look a little silly with just by myself. So I'm just going back to the D. Where it all began. So anyways, we're going to get into it here. I'm going to go over some college basketball. I do have some college, or I should say some Olympic betting if you guys are into it or whatever. I'm going to let everybody kind of file in here, take their time. It usually takes about 5 minutes for everybody to kind of get going because what I don't want to do is start talking about college basketball and then they got questions about college basketball that I already covered. So bear with me. Grab a cup of coffee. I'm here for about a half hour, as long as you'll want me. Cup says, we appreciate you. So I appreciate you because you hit the like button like an adult. Because if you don't hit the like button, you can't win none of your bets today. That's YouTube's rule, not mine. Not mine. It's just like a good karma kind of situation. So hit the like button on a Saturday for your boy. Saturday men's hockey and Olympic hockey is already off to a quick start. First of all, I'm on under 6.5 on the Finland-Italy game, and I'm on under 6.5 Denmark-United States. Finland's already up halfway through the first period, 3-0. In the two games, it's been a under in most Olympic games we've seen this year or this Olympic. And then this morning, two games go off for 7 and 8 goals. Latvia, Germany hit 7. Sweden, Slovakia hit 5-3, hit 8 goals. Both fly over 6.5, right? Now, I mean, hopefully Finland just like says that's enough. But Italy's goalie's bad, so their number one goalie's hurt, but other than that, it's like him and then there's none. I do think United States wins today. Obviously, I'm a homer here in this situation. It's red, white, and blue all day, all night kind of situation. I'm on the U.S. here. I'm a little worried. To be fair, I bet this 3.5 when the number came out at -110. It is now, I think, 4.5 in some spaces. Let me just look here. Dusty DraftKings. 4.5 is +110. To be honest with you, I think that's too many goals. Denmark's goalies. Let me just pull. I had this up yesterday. I don't know where the thumb thing went. Denmark's Olympic roster. These names might sound familiar to you if you follow NHL hockey. Frederick Anderson, Carolina Hurricanes goalie. Mads Sogard. I don't know how to say his name, but Ottawa Senators goalie. So, tread lightly. when it's Olympic betting, so it's just mess around, find out. Okay, we're not making car payments, we're not making house payments, we're not making anything crazy on Olympic stuff. We're just, we're eating at home and throwing the pizza money on some Olympic shit. That's what we're doing along the way. So, also don't forget about the free $60 account if you're brand new to Docs. Links in the description of the video, but you can get a free $60 account. Link is in the description, like I said. Click that link. I'll take you right over to the website. Free $60. Park it in your account. Use that on any handicappers you want over at the website. You can get multiple. You can get different packages. You do whatever you want. It's absolutely free to brand new customers. So everybody gets to use it once. There it is right there. And if you're not a YouTube member, what are you doing with your life? I'm just saying. All the cool kids are doing it, right? YouTube Premium members, link is also in the description of the video. It starts at $4.99 a month. If you ain't got $4.99 a month to invest in your handicapping, if you have the time to do all that handicapping on your own, by all means, shout out is what I'm trying to say. If you don't have the time, you can pay $4.99 and somebody will do it for you. It's about convenience. So ride along, $4.99, links in the description of the video. Let's get into, let's say hi in the chat. What up, though? Kentucky game, the headband for sure, bro. Now it's borderline like could be used against me in a later date in a court of law when my kids try to get me committed. They're going to be like, he's crazy. He's lost it. He's got dementia, or what. He's just nuts. And then when they ask for evidence, they're going to look back on this moment right here. First of all, I feel very Rocky-ish. I feel like I want to automatically just start throwing jabs or running a few things or something. I don't know. If I could go straight, 90s hip hop style, but I don't think I could do the headband. Oh, wait, hold on. I figured it out. No, that's how I know I'm gay. No. Headband maybe later when we get a little bit more. But I'm into Olympic hockey. I mess around with some point stuff, props here, there, everywhere. Shout out to the new members. We just talked about becoming a member. Shout out to Mr. Yeah, you pretty dog. YouTube. I'm never ever gonna pronounce these handles. And Ray coming in hot, new member. Shout out to him. So glad you're on board. I hope you saw my level 1 video I posted last night for you guys with some Olympic hockey. And top 8 college basketball picks. I tried to usually give you a top 6, like a 6-pack kind of situation on Saturday for college basketball. And I couldn't narrow it down to 6. I really like these 8. So you got 2 bonus. It is what it is. We'll go over them here. Let's start talking though. Kentucky. Hold on. Let me change this real quick so I can just flip back and forth. Kentucky. Bear with me. I'm riding solo today, so I'm a one-man band. So bear with me today. It's not your normal Saturday here. Saturday, this is a 3:00 Eastern start. Kentucky, Florida, 13.5, right? That's what it's at right now. I got 13 last night. This was one of the plays I gave out on that on my level 1. I think this is just way too many points I don't say way too many points. I'm jinxing myself there, right? I do think this is, we'll go down top 25 games. That'll be easier for me to keep track of. I do think this is kind of a battle. I don't think Florida's night and day better than Kentucky. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't think that's a thing by any means. I don't think there's such a big gap between the two. But I just think that Florida can come in here and win this game by 10, still feel like they put an ass whipping on Kentucky, and Kentucky's still whatever. 13? Now we got to get into some, I like that numbers. I like those numbers. So I'm liking Kentucky plus the points here. Actually, Kentucky's last loss was against Vandy, and that kind of, I want to say I feel like kind of sparked them a little bit because that was a bad loss, 80-55. I mean, we're talking about 25-point loss. How about St. Louis last night? Calling their number like we said they would. Called their number. The Peacocks, I think, let me down yesterday. Other than that, I think we were good. But I'm on Kentucky plus all the points here. I just can't take enough points here in this matchup. I really don't think I'm missing something here. I'm missing something, or the odds makers know something I don't know. If it's a little trappy for me, then so be it. But I think the SEC is a little bit more of a battle than you would imagine, especially in college basketball. I mean, this isn't football, but this is college basketball. Florida's 9-2 in the SEC. Kentucky's 8-3. So I'll take that. I think they're very similar teams. Florida is the better team, but Kentucky is playing really good basketball right now, and I'll take that in a battle, I think, all day. So I like all the points there in that one. I'm looking here. I'm gonna go down here. UCLA, Michigan. This one here I stayed off of as of right now. Yeah, see, this is too many points for UCLA. Or Michigan. I think this is a too many points spot for Michigan, but I'm afraid to bet UCLA. I don't have nothing on it. I don't have nothing on that game, but I want to bet UCLA. But Michigan, and I want to bet UCLA because Michigan has, to be clear, because Michigan has Purdue on deck. Okay, so I think they are looking ahead a little bit towards that Purdue game. I also, on the flip side of that, think Purdue is looking ahead today against Michigan in the next game, and maybe Iowa's a live dog there. That's one of the plays I have. I have Iowa plus 2.5. I think they're a live dog at home. I'm just saying, Purdue letdown spot, looking ahead to Michigan. Michigan letdown spot, looking ahead to Purdue. But 16.5 is too many. Michigan wins this game by like 13-15. So I don't want to sweat out a shitty UCLA team trying to cover. And Michigan at home, I can't stand Michigan. I stayed away from that game altogether. So I was actually kind of hoping it got bet up to like 18. And then for some reason, I feel like 18 would be the number I was pulling the trigger. You know what I mean? I was pulling the trigger there. But Kansas, Iowa State, though, I think I do have action in this one. Kansas right there. Nope, I didn't. And I want to pull the trigger on Kansas plus a lot of points here. How do I get involved? I know I wanted to get involved in Kansas too, but there was reasons not. And I'm trying to pull up my notes, but nothing's. Oh, right here, exact. TCU. Iowa State just lost to TCU 62-55. I think Iowa State, it's possible revenge, bounce back situation, whatever you want to call it. Kansas just beat Arizona, number one team in the country, in an upset. It's a setup spot for Iowa State, but to be honest with you, that's a lot of points, 7.5. I don't know if it's too many. So again, little waffle back and forth on that one where I went Kansas. Oh man, I wanted Kansas. Oh, I wanted Iowa State. And I didn't bet either. One more and we'll get to your comment. Sniper picks. I see you. Verlander. Yep. It's all set up. You're a Dodgers fan too, so We'll see you soon. We'll see you in October. That's my bet. That's my play. That's my move there. Is I think it's Tigers. It's a battle of the D. Dodgers in Detroit. I don't know. Verlander's like nice and all, and it's fan favorite and all that, but we'll see how much he actually contributes. I mean, he's a bajillion years old. That arm. I mean, I want to make sure he's available September, October. So he needs very light work first half of the year. Very light work. Like very, very light work. Disappointing about Reese Olson. We're going to miss that guy. That's who I think we're going to miss. So who we going for today? I'm on the under. It's going to be a sweat it out. Hold your nose. I'm definitely on that. And I'm on some points. I'll tell you right now. Point wise. I did some shots on goal props because I think they will be able to shoot the puck. But I mean, you got NHL, you got NHL players, the whole USA team full of NHL rostered players shooting against an NHL rostered goalie. So I still think you're going to get shots on goal. I don't know how much of those actually find the back of the net though. So I went with shots on goal prop as opposed to point props. I mean, there's a couple you could do here with a Tage Thompson 3+ shots on goal. I also like Matthew Tkachuk. Or actually, I did them. So I not him, Brady Tkachuk. That's what it was. At 4+, I did that and Tage, and I think that was like it was a 2-team parlay, so it was like barely plus money. I want to say like plus 120, plus 130 on a 2-team F around and find out kind of situation. But I'm more involved in the unders in the Italy game, which finally got to intermission at 3-0, and I'm hoping that just right there at 3-0. But that shit ain't gonna happen. I'm on under 6.5 in the Italy game. And I'm on under 6.5 here. I do think that, I don't want to call a game. I don't want to call a final score. I don't want to do that. Right. But I see a 5-1 game, USA. And if it comes out 5-1, I'd be so pissed I didn't put nothing money on the exact score. I'm just saying, but that's what I'm rolling with there. I have the headband on, at, I think it's noon. My time that game starts. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. 12:10, so 3:10 Eastern. A&M versus Vandy. Why do we have to? Why do we have to? This game is, hold on, I'm pulling it up because I went back and forth on this game. I really did. I didn't pull the trigger or nothing because I waffled. Now, and I had waffles Friday too for dinner. Chicken and waffles, to be honest with you. It was delicious. Delicious. I couldn't get behind either team. I want to take Vandy. I do, but I'm not laying 6.5, 7 points with Vandy. I'm just not doing. I felt like there was better bets on the board today than the Texas A&M game. I mean, I had Vandy circled up. I did. I write everything down. And this is my handy dandy pen and paper right here. And then if I write it down. If I write it down, I like it. I should look at it. If I circle it, I might bet it. If it gets highlighted, it's on. Just saying. If the highlighter comes out, it's on. Yes, I agree. I feel that's safe as well. Yeah, right. Like I'm on the unders. I don't want to. like I said, the USA team, I bet it at -3.5 when the number came out at -110. 3.5. The last I looked early this morning, it was like -3.5 was like -180. So you talk about line movement. Now it's most places 4.5. And to be honest with you, if this was an NHL game, I'd be playing -4. I'd find an alt line at -4 even because that's where it's at. You're going to get burned on the hook. You want to pay the juice for the 3.5, you missed the line. If you want to take a shot on the 4.5, you might die by that hook. So the number's pretty accurate as far as the side. And keep this in mind as we progress through Olympic hockey, like a lot of you are watching. We cannot just think that the U.S. I mean, I know we're all like rah rah rah, red, white, and blue, America, woo. But we're gonna get back to like grind it out hockey here. Okay, there's no fighting. I think I have a conspiracy theory that they banned the hockey because of us. And that's the ego in me because I think we're just a bunch of badass motherfuckers. And they said, USA, no fighting. And we were like, what? And then they looked at Brady and Matthew Tkachuk and they went, Exhibit A. And then we went, whatever, we can win with no fighting. Can we, though? I'm just saying. Can we, though? Can we really? So we'll find out. So I think this is going to be I think the U.S. will get plenty of opportunities. If you can, and I've only fallen this offshore, but, shop your lines. But if you can, you'd look for goalie saves over, especially for Denmark, because it might shoot, might get 50 shots. 50, 60 shots. I mean, the other team that on Italy 3 games ago, they put up like 60 shots on Italy. Like, I mean, you might see a lot of shots. And when you look at Denmark's roster, they got like, I think 3 or 4 forwards from the NHL, and then that's it. And then it's just their goalies. So not a lot of defensemen in the NHL there. So you're going to look for USA caliber NHL team, roster centers, forwards moving forwards, forwards moving forward. Talking in a nutshell. But those lines going against a weak defense. So it is what it is. Give us a good teaser. I got one. I got a few. Like Auburn Bigley, but they got steamed. Yeah, I don't know. Enjoy your show. Very knowledgeable. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate all the love in the comment section. I do appreciate it all. You guys know what I say. If you don't hit the like button, can't win none of your bets. It's YouTube's rule, not mine. I'm just saying it's good karma. 2026 is the year to be kind. We're bringing back Blockbuster's theme. Be kind, rewind. So I don't know. What was the other? Let me just go over a game I did like here, because I did have a couple that I really, really, really liked. Why can't I find anything? Oh, we talked about Kentucky. I like that game. NC State, Miami. I'm on NC State here, and I'm a Miami fanboy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a Hurricane guy. But I am on NC State. Why can't I find this damn game? Like, I think I should just have a screen with all the tabs open up every fucking game. That's it. I've already started swearing. It's 8:20. I blame Griffin Murphy. I blame Griffin Murphy for all my faults today. If I did it wrong, it's his fault because he's not sitting right next to me telling me, no, Lenny. No, you're wrong. Not disagreeing with me at all. That's no fun. I'm on the Wolfpack. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. soon as I can find. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. North Crack-a-Lacka. -5.5 currently. That's what I got it at. Number I would have liked to see it at about 4.5, but whatever. Here's simple for me. Real simple. NC State gets embarrassed at Louisville, 118-77. You do the math. That's a big gap. And then Miami, complete upset over North Carolina that was at home. But they beat North Carolina by 9 points in an upset win. Coming off of that big win, North Carolina's going to do what? Calm down. Louisville, or NC State, I should say, getting beat by Louisville like that is got to rebound. They got to bounce back, right? This is a spot where they take it out on Miami. I think they put belt to ass, but I do hold my nose on the 5.5 because I would have liked that number under that 5 number. Just under 4.5, I'd have felt really, really comfortable with. 5.5, I feel like everybody sees what I see, the odds makers included, so it is what it is. It's kind of like that. I'm throwing the ball deep. I know I'm throwing the ball deep. You're just going to have to stop it. You know what I mean? We're going to run right up the middle at your ass. If you could stop it, so be it. If you can't, so be it. I feel like that's where I'm at. NC State minus points. Yeah. I did like that. Another one. I stayed away from Baylor, Louisville. I wanted to be on Baylor, but they suck. I wanted to take the points, but I don't trust them to do anything. We'll talk a little bit about that Iowa-Purdue game. I know I mentioned this earlier. I am on Iowa. I got them at like +2.5. They lose to a shit team in Maryland. On the 11th, 3 days ago. Purdue coming off an overtime win in Nebraska. Barely beat Oregon. Kicked the shit out of Maryland. They lose to Indiana and Illinois was the last 2 losses. But to be honest with you, Purdue's night and day better. I would say night and day better. Dawn and dusk better. Okay, depending on which way you like the sun going down or coming up. But I just think at home, after that loss, I feel like Iowa has to bounce back in this situation. I worry that it's not enough. You want to talk about a teaser? Iowa's in a teaser for me. Iowa +6.5 makes me feel way more comfortable with that number. Way more comfortable. So, in a 4-point teaser, taking that from, say, 2.5 to 6.5, me likey Iowa in a teaser for sure. Another teaser, I should say, potential teaser. I did like Kentucky. I don't see Florida beating the shit out of them by 20. But this game. No, maybe not that game. Well, I can't never. It pisses me off. I can't find nothing on this computer. I could just move stuff. Apple just moves it like, oh, you're gonna want it over here. Don't tell me what the I want. Apple, okay, I'll put it where I want. This is what happens when you do shows by yourself. You just start rambling to yourself, and now I'm just feel like a gorilla in a cage right now, and everybody's looking at me through the glass, going, "What the is this guy talking about?" That's okay. I get it. While I sit here and try and find what time does the Stanford game start? For love of God. And why can't I find 1 o'clock? Son of a man. Right there. It's right there, Leonard. This was kind of easy. I think this is also a teaser spot for me. I'm going with Stanford plus points. I got 4.5. 4.5. I see some 4.5s out there. Actually, I see a 3.5 and a lot of 4s. Shop that number. If you're going to take Stanford, you take as many points as you can with that. Stanford, I don't know if I throw them in a teaser. Don't know if I throw them in the teaser, but I do like them straight up. I think they're a live dog. I know they got some. I think they got somebody's out for them, but I like to fade the injury report. So, like, as soon as somebody tells me that, oh, somebody's out, I'm like, perfect. Let's look at that. I'm all about fading the injury report. We talked about Iowa. I'm on Arizona to lay the wood down on Texas Tech. That's probably a big game everybody wants to talk about. Arizona, it's 9.5. It's a big number. I am on that. I'm on Arkansas. Oh, Nevada. I know this isn't like not on anybody's radar. This Nevada and San Diego State game. It should be. This could be good basketball in the Mountain West tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern. If you got shit to do on a Saturday night, this is going to be some good game right here. Nevada and San Diego State. First of all, they played on Tuesday, January 6th. No. Yeah, Tuesday, January 6th. And Nevada lost 73-68 at home. So 5-point loss at home. Now you're going to give me, what's the line now? So I give you guys accurate. I appreciate you guys bearing with me while I look these up as fast as possible. Because I want to give you guys accurate information what we're talking about right now. 8.5 is the number right now. That's what I got. So it's kind of what I'm taking. I think this is just too many points, to be honest with you. I think Nevada is, I don't want to call them a live dog. I don't want to call them that because I don't really believe that they are. I know a lot of people just like to say that. I don't. I don't think this is, I don't think they're alive. I don't think they win this game. Do they have the last game in mind after getting beat by 5 points? Sure. I think that's how this game ends. 5 points. So I'm going to take Nevada plus the 8.5 here and roll with the Wolfpack. Nothing else really from the Mountain West. I'm trying to see what else. Oops. Oh, shit. Don't do that. All right. I'm on Santa Clara over Gonzaga plus 4.5. Yeah, I'm solo today, Joe Beef. Griffin had some computer issues. About 15 minutes before he logged in, his computer didn't charge all night. His laptop, he's at 2%, freaking out, and it's not charging. And he's tried a couple plugs. I know he's technical difficulties from Griffin Murphy. It happens. He's supposed to be back on Doc's Daily Monday. I told him he had 48 hours to get his shit right. So he'll be back Monday for Doc's Daily. So he's having power issues, and I know it's true too, because if he was like hungover or partied too hard the night before, he'd just tell me that. He'd be like, I got to tap out. Can't do it. So I'm riding solo. We talked Olympic hockey. We talked a few college basketball. If you got college basketball you like today, drop it in the chat as well. I was just going to talk about here Gonzaga and Santa Clara. The Bulldogs and the Broncos. First of all, we're done with our capping by mascot, which, by the way, we never, ever use that as a actual thing, capping by mascot, but I feel like I should say that for somebody. But the other day I made a joke about somebody in the the Oakland Grizzlies against forget who they were, the Penguins, and the Penguins beat the Grizzlies, and I was like, well, you know, Grizzly will beat a Penguin's ass every day. And somebody thought that was serious, and that's how I do my handicapping. So just to be clear, I think a Bronco is going to kick a Bulldog's ass real quick. I'm just saying. I think Santa Clara's a live dog. We were looking for teaser situations. Jack, you mentioned that. Santa Clara all freaking day. And let me tell you why. It's a 10:30 Eastern start. One of the latest games of the night. You're going to get the chase game coming in, and everybody and their brother is going to see the 12 number, and they're going to be like, the 12, Gonzaga. We know Gonzaga. I'm going to run to that. I'm kind of, listen, I have Santa Clara plus 4.5 right now, but I'm kind of hoping I can get that over that 5 number too. I do think Santa Clara's a live dog in this situation. They're playing good basketball. I know they're not ranked or anything like that, and they haven't had as tough a strength of schedule as Gonzaga and this, that, or whatever. But they're right there in the division with Gonzaga. I mean, they're 22-5. Gonzaga's 24-2. They're 12-1 in conference. Santa Clara's 13-1 in conference. I mean, I get the level of talent. Gonzaga is a better team. Okay, I'm not saying that. But in this kind of situation, when we look at, let me just see here. I had something here. Where did I don't know. Gonzaga being beat by Portland factored into my decision. I'm not really going to factor in the Michigan loss. That Portland loss was a bad spot. It was bad. I don't want to say they're looking forward to that game, but they got Portland again. And they're going to beat the hell out of Portland that time around. But that's in a couple weeks. But right now, I'm going to take Santa Clara against Gonzaga with as many points as I can. 4.5, add 4 more. I'll take that. I'll take 8.5 in Santa Clara and a teaser. I don't hate that even a little bit, actually, as we put that together right the hell now. What was the other team we talked about? I know I have a couple, but that's on a different book, and I can't pull that up right now without just being on my phone. Oh, I can't remember the other one we said we were going to put in there. Damn it. Hold on, I could find it. Oh, we're putting NC Stanford. That's what it was. All right, so that's the teaser I'm putting together right now. Stanford. Here's Joe Beef's plays. Prime rib. Put that up. When you guys check that out, talk amongst yourselves while I put together this degenerate teaser. They have 3.5 right now on DraftKings. This is where you shop your lines. I want DraftKings down to 1.5. Too many people betting Iowa. I was afraid of that everybody else was going to jump on that too and move that line tremendously. Are we serious? I can't find this. Gonzaga game? Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. Here we go. So that's only minus 110. I'm not gonna lie. I'm throwing Kentucky in there as well for 3 teams, because that gives me plus 170 and a 4-point teaser, and that is going to be Stanford plus 7.5 against Wake Forest. Santa Clara plus 8.5 against Gonzaga. I think this comes down to the foul line at the end of the game. and Kentucky plus 17.5 over Florida. Florida wins the game, but that's too many points. So I do like that. Put that together as a teaser. Iowa State minus 7.5, SMU minus 4.5, North Crack-a-Lack minus 11.5, and New Jersey IT. Okay, there's got to be some insider information. Who's capping New Jersey IT basketball? Who's doing it, Joe Beef? What conference is that? And what time does that game play? Because I did not look at that game at all. Let me see. Against Maine. Found it. Oh, they're bad, Maine. Oh, the AM East. Who'd have thought New Jersey IT and the Highlanders were number one in that conference? 9-2 over in the conference play, 14-12 overall. I mean, I guess with the collapse of Vermont, yeah, that's a good play. I like that. I mean, based off of their schedule, conference, I'm looking at strength of schedule. I'm looking at, I'm looking at pace of play. 4.5. See, folks, this is what you do. You give a little, you take a little. Put it in the comment. Somebody will find it. Oh, shit. I can shop this line. You can get 3.5. You can get 3.5. Most places. So if you got 4.5, you missed a number, Joe. That's okay. It happens. It happens. But I can get 3.5 right now. So and that's at circle. So get after that. Get after that, folks. As far as Iowa State, we talked about that a little bit. I've waffled back and forth. I wanted to take Iowa State. I could have made a case for Kansas. Either way, I stayed away. SMU, I felt the same way. I'm not involved in this game. It's a coin flip between two mediocre games. If you wanted to, I don't trust Syracuse enough to take the points, though. I don't do that. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't trust Syracuse to do a damn thing. Pitt, North Carolina. Crack-a-Lacka coming off that big loss. It's a lot of points for me to be laying in Pitt or at Pitt. I didn't touch that either, to be honest with you. So there's your real Joe Beef right there. What else we got? That's all I really got today. It's just college basketball. So no Griffin Murphy here today. I'm a little discombobulated by myself. I feel like a weirdo, first of all, talking for 45 minutes to myself here, with nobody else. But it's all good. Shit happens, and we ride. We'll be back Monday, though. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. I'll be back Monday, 1 o'clock Eastern, with hopefully Griffin Murphy and Nick Mencken on Monday, because no Craig Trapp on Doc Staley next week. He's vacationing around the world somewhere. I don't even know. No, I don't know what he's doing. But we'll be back Monday, 1 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget, if you're looking for premium plays and follow along with all my craziness, including my Olympic plays, NHL, we've been crushing the NHL. I couldn't even tell you what the numbers are, but I know they're well over 60%. I'm not over 70, but in the high 60s of what we've been cashing. And that's a lot of it is due to the dollar amount we're winning on these draws when we're betting NHL during the season. Plus 310, plus 320s all day. So NHL draws are a thing. NHL player props are a thing. So follow me as well on here. You can, link is in the description. Just click the link. It's $4.99 a month. Become a YouTube member. Otherwise, we'll see you on Monday, 1 o'clock Eastern. Good luck on all your bets today. unless you're against me.